Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs' 8th annual LGBTQ+ History Month celebration. My name is Michael Ziri. I'm a member of the Treasurer's LGBTQ+ Advisory Council. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you all for being here, and happy LGBTQ+ History Month. And friends, I just would ask now if you please stand as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Michael Frerichs was elected Illinois State Treasurer in November 2014 and has been re-elected twice, starting his third term earlier this year, January 2023. The Treasurer's Office invests money on behalf of the state and local units of government. Treasurer Frerichs also believes in providing individuals with a variety of tools so that they can invest in themselves. He does this by encouraging savings plans for colleges and trade school, increasing financial education among all ages, removing barriers to a secure retirement, and protecting residents from predatory companies. Treasurer Frerichs is married to Erica. He has a daughter, Ella, and twin sons, Theo and Max. And, as this is LGBTQ+ History Month, I want to celebrate that next month, November 5th, is the 10th anniversary of the Illinois General Assembly's final passage of the Illinois Marriage Equality Bill, Senate Bill 10. And that's important because as a state senator in 2013, Michael Frerichs voted yes for the marriage equality bill. And not only that, he was a co-sponsor of Senate Bill 10. And as he might tell you, he voted for the bill twice. So thank you, Treasurer Frerichs, for affirming LGBTQ+ families and for advancing this state's values of equality and inclusion. Now please join me in welcoming our Illinois State Treasurer, Mike Frerichs.
I have to read Mike's notes here to see how much he was improvising or so. Because, thank you very much. I do point out, I was so supportive of the bill, I voted for it twice. And people may wonder, well, how did you do that? Well, it passed out of the Senate. We ran into some issues in the House, and then it was changed, had to be amended to come back to the Senate. And so it wasn't my intent to vote for it twice, but we would vote for it as many times as it took for it to become law. So thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. I have to say, I am excited. I'm excited and exhausted. Don't think it has anything to do with LGBT History Month. I'm exhausted because my wife gave birth to newborn twins about 4 months ago, and they are not yet sleeping through the night. But I am excited because of this idea of joining here today, being here with all of these awardees. And some people have asked me, why are you doing this in October? And why not do it in June during Pride Month? My guess is everyone could agree there are enough things on the calendar in June. Yes. We decided we'd do it during LGBT History Month. June is a busy month. We like to celebrate, but man, can it be exhausting to celebrate that often. So we spread it out throughout the year. So it was 4 months ago that we marked Pride Month, to honor the hard work and achieve justice and equal opportunity for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people in this country and their allies. This month, we put the history of that movement front and center. We're doing so thanks to Rodney Wilson, a Missouri high school teacher who thought that Missouri would be credited for something pro-LGBT. He thought we should emphasize the historical importance of gays and lesbians across our country back in 1994. October was chosen because school is in session that month, and it held a significant date, October 11th, National Coming Out Day. So in just a few minutes, we will hear 5 Illinois leaders and 3 organizations for their accomplishments. We will honor them. They include a Chamber of Commerce, the president of a legal group, a community organization, an arts professor, a county commissioner, a teachers union organization president, a diversity consultant, and a choral group. Illinois is a national leader in LGBTQ rights, and I was proud to stand with you in supporting that cause, as Mike pointed out. In 2011, as a state senator, I voted for civil unions as we fought together to see that bill become law. And just 2 years later, I had the honor and privilege to vote in favor of marriage equality 2 times, as Mike said. That progress in our state was very encouraging. It was a very exciting time, and we thought that history was going in the right direction. But the rights of LGBTQ people are under attack today, leaving families living in fear. In Florida, they passed the Don't Say Gay law, prohibiting classroom discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity. Here, we fought to ensure the LGBTQ experience is taught in our public schools. In Texas, the governor ordered the Family Service Agency to open child abuse investigations against parents who provide gender-affirming care for their children. Here, we banned the discredited and dangerous practice of conversion therapy to protect LGBTQ youth, and we protected access to gender-affirming health care. Illinois is still leading, but there are no guarantees that there won't be backsliding, as we see it in numerous other states. We must oppose such attacks to roll back the progress we have made. Discrimination should not be tolerated, and human rights should be defended. Since becoming treasurer in 2015, I've charged my staff with increasing diversity within the office. Through diversity, we create opportunities and we create success. We put together an LGBTQ advisory council to better understand issues within the community and to create a pathway for companies and entrepreneurs to do business with our state. In my office, we have a sustainability investment statement. It includes a statement on board diversity. Research demonstrates that a diverse board of directors is better equipped to ensure multiple perspectives. Such boards are considered better positioned to enhance long-term company performance within a marketplace defined by extensive diversity and multiculturalism. Diversity is inclusive of gender, race, ethnicity, skill sets, professional backgrounds, and LGBT status. Many corporate leaders agree that diversity will benefit their operations. Our focus is to help them navigate that change. So I want to thank you all for coming and celebrating LGBTQ plus History Month with me today. I want to thank you for your willingness to work together to make Illinois a better place. And now we get to recognize our awardees. I will tell you what I told all of them. I told them congratulations on being nominated and being chosen, and thank you for coming here today. I've had some awardees say, why would you thank me for getting an award? Well, because we intend to highlight you. We intend to use you. We intend to hold you up as an example of all the different ways that people can achieve success in today's society. Because I know that if young people can't see someone like them in a position, they have a tough time imagining themselves in that position. And we're going to show people here today who have had success in a variety of different walks of life. And I'm excited, and I hope you are as well. So let's jump into this. People are people, and sometimes they have issues with their cars and tires. And so we'll move on and hopefully returning to our first awardee soon. But our first up today is the Treasurer's Outstanding Service in Leadership Award is presented to Ray Koenig III. On June 29th of this year, Ray Koenig was sworn in as the new president of the Chicago Bar Association. He is CBA's first openly gay president. Mr. Koenig's focus for the upcoming bar year will be inclusion. He believes that hiring people from diverse backgrounds is only the first step on the way toward equity and true success. The second step is inclusion, which ensures that everyone is treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their background or individual differences. Inclusion is essential for creating a just and equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. That's something we agree with here in the Treasurer's office. There you are, Ray. A recognized and respected leader in his legal profession, Mr. Koenig is a member of the Clark Hills litigation and tax estate planning groups and has decades of experience involving trust. Decades? How do you have decades of experience? Trust, probates, guardianships, and related fiduciary issues. He is the managing member of Clark Hill's Chicago office, co-leader of the firm's global litigation practice, and co-chair of its Pride Committee. Mr. Koenig serves as a commissioner for the City of Chicago's Commission on Human Relations and is a trustee of the Illinois State Employee Retirement Systems. He's a member of the Board of Directors at the Illinois Institute for Continuing Legal Education and the Pride Action Tank Advisory Council. Mr. Koenig, for that and for all you've done, please step forward. Actually, if you just toss and then we'll take a picture.
Okay. Being first has its hazards. I am deeply honored and humbled to receive this recognition for outstanding service and leadership in honor of LGBTQIA+ History Month. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to Treasurer Frerichs and his team for this award. It's very meaningful recognition of the service I've been fortunate to provide as an out attorney and civic participant, both in the LGBTQ community and the greater community at large. Leadership is a responsibility that I take very seriously, and I'm committed to continue serving with excellence. This award reaffirms my commitment to leading by example and inspiring others. I share this recognition with every organization which I've served, a few of which you mentioned, and I just want to reference a few others. Obviously, the CBA, the Chicago House and Social Services Agency, which is a fantastic LGBTQI-focused organization. I served on the board as a board member and chair for around 10 years. City Commission on Human Relations, first appointed by Rahm Emanuel, and then reappointed by successive mayors. Equality Illinois PAC, a lifetime ago, I sat on the board and I was a treasurer there. And Heartland Alliance, where right out of law school I helped co-found the junior board and then sat on the board of directors there. And then you reminded me of one thing I forgot about, is I co-chaired the finance committee for the coalition that finally got marriage over the finishing line. It helped that my co-chair was Laura Ricketts, who tried to ask for bigger checks than I could ever dream of writing, but she was a great co-leader. Anyway, I'm not going to go on further than that. I just want to recognize and thank my husband, Johnny, who couldn't be here today, but he's a big fan because you both speak Mandarin, and he always enjoys speaking in Mandarin to you. So thank you very much for the honor today. It's fantastic to be with you.
Stand in front of the podium here.
All right.
And we'll have a box here. We'll take that home. Some glasses. Oh, they must fall down. All right. Ray, thank you for starting us off right. So for future people, come up, we'll deliver some remarks, we'll take a picture. And I now see we have everyone here today. No, I point out that the things come up in life, things happen, we deal with them. The Treasurer's Outstanding Service in Business Award is presented to the LGBT Chamber of Commerce of Illinois. In 1995, Tracy Boehm of Lambda Publications and Kevin Boyer of Communications Management saw a need for a local Chamber of Commerce dedicated to gay and lesbian-owned businesses. Joined by 3 other business owners, they launched the Chicago Area Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. The chamber started out with 80 businesses in 1996. Today, it has a membership of over 300 from all around the state and is still growing. These members are lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender business owners, as well as gay supportive businesses. Together, they employ over 2,000 people in the Chicago area alone, with gross revenues that exceed $200 million. The Chamber's mission is to increase economic opportunities for the LGBT community by being an advocate and resource for all member businesses that encourage equality. The Chamber works tirelessly to promote its members through marketing initiatives, public relations campaigns, and cooperative advertising that reaches local, regional, and national markets. As a voice of advocacy for the LGBT community in our state, the Chamber strives to heighten awareness of LGBT issues, create an increasingly positive public image that gains respect for LGBT businesses and consumers, and assure that their programs will succeed. Accepting the award on behalf of the LGBT Chamber of Commerce of Illinois is Tanya Michigan, Vice President of IDEA and Special Events. Ms. Michigan, please step forward. Now, to tell we're doing this on the fly here, we all have name tags because you had to get them to get in here. We all know who you are, and you're in here now. I'd suggest if you remove your name tags, there'll be better pictures.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for this incredible honor, and congratulations, if I may. Congratulations to all my colleagues up here. I am proud to share this moment with you, and special recognition too, and it being LGBTQ History Month, just in memory of all of those before us that helped lead the way in terms of inclusion and anti-discrimination and any type of initiative to open the doors for the LGBTQ community. The LGBT Chamber of Commerce of Illinois, we have now growing nearly 400 member organizations across the state of Illinois. All the funds that we raise goes back into our membership. We provide scholarships to our member organizations. We provide them the opportunity to get LGBT certified complimentary once they become a member. We offer monthly networking events that are free to attend when you're a member. And we also have some signature events coming up as well. December 6th, save the date. Information will be coming out about that soon, but would love to have you there. It's our annual winter soiree. But if anybody has any questions about what we do and how you can become a member, you know where to find me. And thank you again to the state of Illinois for this esteemed award and for having us here today. We really appreciate it.
If you come around to the front, we'll take a picture.
Thank you so much. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much.
Great. All right, next up is the Treasurer's Outstanding Commitment in Community Service Award and is given to the Phoenix Center. The Phoenix Center was founded in 2001 by a group of Springfield LGBT teens searching for a place where they could safely get together. Over the past 20-plus years, the center's mission has expanded considerably to supporting the LGBT community across central Illinois with a variety of programs for promoting equality, health and well-being, and social and educational growth. The center's many initiatives include Billy's House, which offers transitional housing for homeless men and women who are HIV positive, and Phoenix Center 3, a 3-unit transitional housing program for homeless LGBTQ individuals. The center provides free HIV, HCV, and STD testing. Their Springfield Harm Reduction Initiative reaches out to those using injection drugs, while Phoenix 2U delivers harm reduction supplies and Narcan, as well as testing for those living outside the city of Springfield or without transportation. The Phoenix Center sponsors an LGBTQ youth group, a trans support group for transgender individuals, their partners, family members, and friends, and a trans parent group. The center also provides a variety of education programs for junior and senior high and college students, as well as professional in-service training and presentations to civic groups. Accepting on behalf of Phoenix Center is Executive Director Dr. Jonna Cooley. Dr. Cooley, please step forward.
Thank you very much. This means so much because I've been at the Phoenix Center since 2006, and when I came on, we were just doing some HIV positive housing, and we had the youth group. And growing up as a lesbian in a very small rural community, it meant a lot to me to try to grow the center as an LGBT center for Central Illinois. And so currently we provide services, the services that were outlined in 15 counties, and a lot of those are rural communities, small towns of 200 or 800, and farming communities. And these are people that, as part of the LGBT community, are very isolated. And so it means so much to be recognized as a center providing those services. And just thinking back on what that would have meant for my generation and even folks before me and folks after, and how important that would be. But we are certainly continuing to look at the needs of Central Illinois and continue to expand our services. We recently just purchased another building in Springfield, and we are expanding to provide more social and educational programming for our community and for the communities surrounding us. So again, an honor to be here and an honor to accept this award. And of course, couldn't do this without all the wonderful staff and the wonderful funding opportunities that we are afforded throughout the various departments of the state of Illinois. Thank you so much.
What is the small town you grew up in?
Monroe St.
Where?
Monroe St.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
We'll give you a box.
Thank you.
All right. The Treasurer's Outstanding Commitment in Education Award is presented to Laura Kina. Laura Kina describes herself as a queer, mixed-raced Uchinanchu. I'm learning new things. There you are. Artist scholar, breast cancer survivor, and Vincent DePaul professor at the art school at DePaul University in Chicago. She's an affiliated faculty member in American Studies, Critical Ethnic Studies, Global Asian Studies, and Women's and Gender Studies. Kina has been associated with DePaul for over 20 years, rising from an instructor in art and art history, in the fields of art and history, as well as media and design. Her scholarly research and projects include Asian American, Trans-Pacific, Contemporary Asian American art, critical mixed race studies, and feminist/queer theory. Her many publications include Queering Contemporary Asian American Art, which she co-edited, and the illustrated children's book, Okinawan Princess, The Legend of Hajiki Tattoos, for which she received the Skipping Stones Honor Award in the category of multicultural and international books. Kina is also an accomplished and well-respected artist scholar who specializes in painting, contemporary art, and ethnic studies. Her artwork also focuses on Okinawan and Hawaii diaspora and mixed-race representations. She has an impressive list of solo and group exhibitions of her works, which have been featured nationally and internationally and are included in public collections at the Okinawa Prefectural Museum, the Smithsonian Archives of American Art, DePaul University School of Music, and the Heiwa Terrace in Chicago. Her exhibition, entitled Golden Hour, an Appraisal, is currently featured at the FLXST? Flexist Contemporary Gallery in Chicago. Laura Kina is the 2023 recipient of the DePaul University's Provost Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And for that and many others, Kina, please step forward.
Thank you. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? My name is Laura Kina. My pronouns are she, they, and that's the first time I've said out loud that it's they. This award was a surprise, and I actually emailed back, why am I getting this? Because I have only been out of the closet 2 years. During the pandemic, unfortunately, I had breast cancer. In the course of becoming disabled and learning about disability justice, I came to realize that I wasn't just a super ally. Like, this is who I am. I want to thank my child, Midori Aronson, who's in the audience taking a little video right now. When Midori was 10, they came out as trans and non-binary, and going on their journey with them and learning about your identity helped me recognize things in myself. So I want to thank you. My co-author, Jan Christian Bernabe, who's also my gallerist at Fluxus Contemporary, wasn't able to be here today, but we co-authored a book called Queering Contemporary Asian American Art. And you know, when you do an academic book, that's like 5 years plus of your life. And so the course of researching and writing that book, I met many, many artists and scholars and became really part of queer communities. And that was, you know, it's home for me. But it took me a long time to realize and understand compulsory heterosexuality and come to terms with some things in my personal life. So that was a challenge. But in the course of working at DePaul for over 20 years in the art school, as you've mentioned, I'm an affiliated faculty member with many other programs, and I've gotten to work in community with other scholars, my colleagues, to build programs. And I helped co-found our Global Asian Studies minor and our Critical Ethnic Studies master's program. So I'm really proud of those programs. And outside of DePaul, through the University of Washington Press, I founded a series called Critical Ethnic Studies and Visual Culture. So it's a book series. So for me, I think the key is always working interdisciplinarily, intersectionally, and in community. These aren't individual acts. These are things we do together. And that's the way I've found bit by bit over a long period of time, you can start to change culture and move the dial a little bit. It doesn't happen overnight. And I've just been an honor to be a teacher for all these years and create spaces in my classroom where you can say gay if you want to. So thank you. this part. Tallest and the shortest. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Keena, it doesn't matter how long you have been out. This is not about a length. It's not a lifetime of achievement award in based on your sexuality, but by your success in a variety of different fields. And your success in this field. It is an added benefit that people get to see that your own path is all different. There are people who have known from a very young age. There are people who knew from a young age didn't tell anyone. There are people who were out earlier. There are people who came later in life to this. And so we want to show LGBT history in a variety of different paths. So that did not stop you. The Treasurer's Commitment as an elected official award is presented to Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison. Raised in Elk Grove Village, where he attended public schools and graduated from Conant High School, Commissioner Morrison went on to graduate from DePaul University. We have a DePaul theme here now. Majoring in political science, environmental science, and LGBTQ studies. He then earned a Doctor of Law degree from the University of Illinois. In 2017, Kevin was the lead organizer for the Stand Up for Transgender Rights rally in Chicago. A year later, he was elected as the first openly LGBTQ commissioner in Cook County history. At the age of 28, he was also the youngest Cook County commissioner ever elected to the county board. Commissioner Morrison spearheaded an effort which resulted in the unanimous passage of an amendment to the county code removing trans-exclusive language, changing it to respect the gender identities of all Cook County residents. He was also responsible for the creation of the Equity, Bias, and Cultural Competency Commission. Kevin Morrison is currently serving his second term as Cook County Commissioner in the 15th District. His priorities include improving access to critical healthcare services, especially in the realm of mental health, supporting small business development, something I think his family has much experience with, and pushing for a more fair and transparent home assessment process. As a member of the LGBTQ community, he has already taken steps to expand equity for the most disproportionately impacted and marginalized communities. He serves on the board of the Victory Fund, the largest national organization of its kind, helping elect LGBTQ individuals up and down the ballot. For that and many more, and for many years of achievements to come, Commissioner Morrison, please step forward.
God, I feel a little moved, and I don't know where to go from there, Treasurer. It is an absolute honor to be with you all today. I'm Kevin Morrison. I represent the 15th District covering the northwest suburbs on the Cook County Board of Commissioners. I want to thank you all for having me here today. I am so incredibly honored to be recognized today by Treasurer Frerichs, and I think you're doing incredibly astounding work, and I thank you for holding up our community leaders and recognizing them each year. Receiving the Outstanding Commitment as an Elected Official Award during this LGBTQIA+ History Month is an incredible honor, and I was shocked to learn that I was going to be an awardee this year. It is such a gift to be here with so many incredible leaders in our community, and some of them I've known and worked with, and some of them I'm just meeting today, and I look forward to working with them moving forward. During my first campaign in 2018, I was surprised to learn that if I was elected, I would become the first openly LGBTQ+ person on the Cook County Board of Commissioners. I wasn't setting out to make history. I was setting out to make positive change for our communities. And it has been an incredible honor serving these last 5 years. This was a great honor. It also represented the LGBTQ+ community's greater need for advocacy and representation. The first thing I did after being sworn in was creating a commission on addressing bias, equity, and cultural competency, which helps support and inform a portion of the equity work that we continue to do here at Cook County. And one of my proud moments was helping hire our first equity director for Cook County. Since then, I have done my best to support and defend queer folks wherever I can. As a commissioner, I also authored legislation to recognize trans people and non-binary individuals on all official documents that the county provides, as well as an amendment to the County Human Rights Code protecting bodily autonomy in both employment and in housing. I also started the tradition of raising the progressive pride flag each Pride Month over Daly Plaza. Outside of the boardroom, I have supported pride events, LGBTQ plus organizations, and spoken out against book bans and trans violence in Cook County and across the nation. I have also worked, as the treasurer said, helping elect openly LGBT individuals to office and increase our representation toward equity. It is still something we strive towards, and we have been doing a lot of incredible work over the last 5 years since I've been on the board. I also was honored this past summer at the National Association of County Officials. I helped reawaken the Association of LGBT Leaders and Allies as part of the National Association of Counties, and was honored by becoming their new chair. So a lot of work helping support our LGBT county officials across the nation and make sure that we're increasing our ranks. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize some folks who are here to support me today. I most definitely would not be in front of you today without my mother, Bruna. And had it not been from day one when I broached the crazy idea, I was 27 at the time, of potentially running for office, I thought my mom and my stepdad, Derek, who's also here, were going to tell me I was nuts, that I was too young, it wasn't my time. And instead, their response was I had to do it. And had they not had given me their support from day one, I probably would not have run. So I really am here today because of them. I also want to recognize my incredible staff. 3 of the 4 are with us today, and I wouldn't be able to do this incredible policy work without them. Since day one, I've had my Chief of Staff, Ted Mason. I also have had my District Director, Justin Kozatek, who unfortunately is not able to be with us today, and I'm incredibly thankful for Kirsten, my Legislative Director, who continues to help me form great policies at the county, and my Communications Director, Walter, who helps notify the public of the great work we're doing at Cook County. Now, this work is often thankless. This makes it all the more special to be recognized today for the commitment as an elected official. You know, a lot of the background conversations, we don't publicize, and it is a lot of work, but it is so incredible to bring change for our community. We also have another history maker in the room today, so I want to recognize Precious Brady Davis. Precious is a friend and made history this past summer when she was appointed by the governor as the first Black trans woman to represent us on the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District Board. I want to thank again Treasurer Frerichs. As a Democrat and an ally to the LGBTQ plus community, your commitment as well is such an incredible example, and I thank you for all the work you've done to support our community. Thank you. We should never give an elected official a microphone. No, you're fine.
Thank you. And the communications guy. Thanks. Thank you, If you couldn't hear, Kevin said you never turn over a mic to a politician. We have time, Kevin. And my only complaint is you stole my remarks about the newest commissioner. I was going to get around to Precious. All right. I also found out that this month is, in addition to being LGBT Heritage Month or History Month, it is Italian American Heritage Month in October as well. And I discovered that Commissioner Morrison here parla italiano. Un po' di italiano. Okay. I was surprised that a Morrison.
Wow.
It's
Well,
Barini
now,
Maiden name Barini.
now I know. All right. The Treasurer's Outstanding Service in Workforce and Labor Award is presented to Daniel J. Montgomery. Dan Montgomery has worked on behalf of public education and the rights of working men and women for more than 2 decades. He is serving his 4th 3-year term as president of the 103,000-member Illinois Federation of Teachers. I don't know if Dan brought a fan club or the IFT has a lot of fans. But Mr. Montgomery received his bachelor's degree in English summa cum laude from the University of Michigan and holds a master's in education from Northwestern University. Glad to see you got it right at least one time with an Illinois school. A dedicated and experienced educator. He taught English for 18 years at Niles North High School. He's also taught in the City College of Chicago and at Northwestern. Mr. Montgomery also serves as a vice president of the American Federation of Teachers. He is a vice president of the Illinois AFL-CIO and serves on the board of directors of the Albert Shanker Institute, the Center for Tax and Budget Accountability, and Theodore Oobleck. Mr. Montgomery is a proud union activist. He has been an IFT member since his first day of teaching in 1993. He served as a head of the North Suburban Teachers Union Local 1274 for nearly 10 years and was a vice president of the IFT Executive Board before his election to the presidency. Mr. Montgomery is also a polyglot, but I will let him disclose that if he wants. Dan, please step forward.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll save. I'll just do this in English, if that's okay with everybody. Thank you so much to all of you, to my fellow honorees, and especially to you, Mike. It's really an honor that a few years ago in my life, I wouldn't have dreamed that I would stand before anyone, actually, and accept an honor like this. So Laura and I have something in common, which is I came out just a few years ago as well, and I have a very supportive, wonderful queer daughter as well. So that was nice to hear. Mike not only is a friend, but he's a great treasurer because he believes in working people, and that means a lot to us in the work we do as a union. But if you look at what Mike Frerichs has done as a treasurer for the state of Illinois, whether you're talking helping to write the pensionship and be a good steward of people's lifetime savings, returning money that people don't know they have to them, holding insurance companies to account, helping write the college savings ship, all those things are tremendously important to working people. And they're really important to the queer community too. The things that matter for working people matter even more, I would say, for the LGBTQ plus community, whether you're talking mental health care, retirement savings, security in retirement, housing, all those things that you fought really hard for your whole career. It's so deeply meaningful. So I'm grateful to you for that. I was a teacher for 18 years before I did union leadership work. And, I always say in high school, you see the entire world, whatever's going on in the world comes through the doors of those classrooms. And the world we're in now, when you hear about schools that have had to close because there's bomb threats, because someone said there was a pride flag in a kindergarten classroom, those things have deep impact on students who are queer, trans, or just questioning, all our students really. So the more we do, the more people like you do things like this to hold up and support our community and say, look at the contributions queer people have made to this country, to the state. It's, I would say, much more impactful than you might realize. So I just want to thank you for that. As I said, a few years ago, I wouldn't have been here. I had the incredible honor of standing in front of our IFT members at our convention last year for the first time as an openly gay man. And as far as I know, the first, maybe only openly gay state labor union leader in Illinois. And just the outpouring of love and support from them at that time was like just earth-shattering to me. So the support we give each other and that all the allies in the world give to gay people is precious. And thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Great. Well, thank you for being willing to be here today, Dan, as further proof that people take their own path, their own timeline, and we respect that. The Treasurer's Award for Outstanding Achievement in Sportsmanship is presented to Dr. Eric Lucian. Eric Lucian's life story is a gripping tale of adversity, dedication, hard work, and living life with a purpose. As a place kicker for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln from 2003 to 2006, I think back when the Huskers were winning.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Eric was likely the first openly gay Division I college football player before a career-ending spinal fusion. While a graduate student at the University of Illinois Chicago, Eric found a passion for LGBTQ inclusion in sport work and has vowed to make the world of sport a safe place for all. He is a strategic diversity consultant and professional speaker on a wide array of topics, including overcoming adversity, LGBTQ plus inclusion, implicit bias, racial justice, gender equity, mental health, and compassion. Dr. Lucian is the co-founder and former director of the LGBT Sport Safe Inclusion Program, developed to create an infrastructure for athletic administrators, coaches, recreational sports leaders, and professional sports leagues teams to support lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer inclusion. He holds a PhD degree in bioengineering and biomedical engineering from the University of Illinois Chicago. For that and for everything else, Dr. Lucian, please step forward. Sorry for the jab with the Huskers. I really do like the team. I felt sadly full of heartbreaks.
All right. Thank you, Treasurer Frerichs, for this incredible honor, and to all of you all here sharing space. It's truly an honor for me to accept this award. I would be remiss if I didn't dedicate this to my late grandma, who passed away a number of years ago on today. She taught me from a very young age that my differences are what make me unique, and to never be anything but your authentic self. And because of her, I am the man I am today. So, as a young kid growing up in a farm village in Nebraska, I never set out to be an activist. However, I always knew from a very young age that my purpose on this planet was to give back and to help others. My advocacy work all started by finding strength in my own vulnerability and sharing my story as being one of the first openly gay Division I college football players, as he discussed in 2003 for the University of Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, go Big Red. I shared my story in hopes that no one else would ever have to go through some of the harsh experiences that I went through. Growing up as a young gay man in athletics in the 90s and early 2000s, I never saw anyone like myself represented in sports. So I set out to be that person for other individuals coming behind me so that they can see themselves in sports and realize that anyone, no matter any of their identities or walks of life, have representation and can do anything they set their mind to. As I accept this award, I encourage you all to share your own unique story. In doing so, you will undoubtedly help countless individuals and create more empathy and love for everyone in all of their identities. Empathy, love, and compassion are what the world needs now more than ever. We are living at a time where there is so much divisiveness and hatred being spewed towards the LGBTQ community and so many other marginalized communities. Let us share our stories, spread our love, and conquer the hate. Thank you all.
Right, we have come to our last award. The Treasurer's Outstanding Achievement in Arts and Humanities Award is presented to the Chicago Gay Men's Chorus. The Chicago Gay Men's Chorus has been an integral part of Chicago's cultural and gay communities since 1983. For the last 4 decades, They have entertained audiences across the continent with innovative musical programming, exploring everything from love to politics to the sometimes fabulous, sometimes challenging world of being gay, often all at the same time. Their performances have included concerts, cabaret presentations, and original musical venues, 5 popular productions celebrating the sidetrack show Tune Experience, full-length musicals including The Wizard of Oz and the HMS Pinafore, and their original work, 10 Commandments, the musical. All punctuated with their signature joyous irreverence. Representing Illinois as they travel across North America, the chorus serves as ambassadors and provides a positive image to countless thousands every year. In 2001, Chicago Gay Men's Chorus was inducted into the Chicago Gay and Lesbian Hall of Fame. 10 years ago, the group was honored to proudly sing America the Beautiful during the Illinois Marriage Equality Act bill signing ceremony. That was a special moment. Accepting on behalf of the Chicago Gay Men's Chorus as we congratulate them on their 40th anniversary is Executive Director Kevin Corbett. Mr. Corbett, please step forward.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Treasurer Frerichs. This is a huge honor for our organization. As he mentioned, it is our 40th anniversary. We were founded, right? 40 years. It's crazy. We were established in 1983. The gay choral movement is not just, here in Chicago. It's all over the U.S. It's all over the world. And it started in the early 1980s to bring awareness to the AIDS epidemic that was starting at the time. So it was a way for people to advocate for the community and say, hey, listen, we're here, we're dying, pay attention, right? Our organization is so multifaceted and diverse, and especially after the pandemic, we had a lot of new members join us, a lot of people who were looking for creative connection. And so our membership is growing. We're currently at 250 members, if you can imagine that on a stage, right? It's going to be intense, but it'll be great. I do want to say that we are having a big 40th anniversary celebration show on Friday, December the 8th. That'll be at the Auditorium Theater. So I hope to see every single one of you there. That'd be amazing. CGMC is comprised of so many different individuals from all walks of life, all ages, all genders, all sexualities. We welcome anybody who's, part of the queer community or an ally. It's a way for us to come together through song, to advocate for each other, and to sing. I mean, who doesn't like to sing, right? It's good times. I want to say thank you again, Treasurer Frerichs, and thank you to the state of Illinois. I have some board members and our staff here in the front row. Thank you to them. They are a huge part in moving the organization along. So thank you so much.
We do have a great advisory council. People have busy lives and they can't all join us. But I do want to thank Mike Ziri for being here. Is there anyone else from our advisory council here today? I want to thank Mike Ziri for serving our advisory council, for that nice introduction today, and for all the work you do in this state. A lot of people have put in a lot of effort to making sure that marriage equality happen, that civil unions happen. But Mike has made that his lifetime goal, his career, and if people are wondering why we didn't recognize him, well, I think we've already done that before, but thank you very much, Mike. So I can't do these things without a great staff. I talked about the diversity in our staff. They really are a great team that make this the best job in state government. I want to say thank you to my employees, and then hopefully you'll get to meet some of them as we break bread together. So we have food set up outside here today. If you are not in a hurry, please join us. Fill up a plate. We've got tables out there. We'd love to continue this conversation. But for those of you awardees, honorees, we're going to move the podium back and take some group pictures, and then we'll all go enjoy lunch. Thank you all very much.